Big Brother 27 Episode 1 Recap. All 16 house guests move in. As they meet up, a clock counts down to 0 and the lights go out, and Julie disappears. Some mastermind dude shows up, and the house guests divide into two and have to find Julie and an HOH relic. Whoever wins each comp gets an advantage. Zach finds Julie in the first comp, which is a mix of a puzzle and memory comp, and Jimmy finds HOH relic and a puzzle. Zach's prize is $10,000, while Jimmy gets the more unfortunate punishment of selecting 4 house guests to compete in the first HOH, including himself. He ends up selecting Adrian, Ashley, Vince, and himself. The first HOH comp is a bouncing comp, and Vince takes it home. Although it was expected, season 13 winner Rylie is revealed to be a part of the game, but the mastermind reveals that there's a fake house guest to help them cause chaos. If the house correctly finds this person, they will be evicted and there will only be 16 house guests. But if they do not get this person, there will be 17 house guests, which could explain the late feed schedules. Follow for more. Big Brother 27 Episode 2 Recap. The 17 house guests discuss who the accomplice is. 11 of the house guests voted for Rylie, 5 voted for Zay, but Rylie wasn't the accomplice. Instead, it's revealed that Amy was the accomplice, which was heavily speculated. Because Rachel was late, she's an auto have-not, but she, along with Will, Zach, and Ava, will be safe from nomination and eviction. Jimmy then attempts to start a coalition against Rachel in week 2. Zach can use his $10,000 that he won from saving Julie to buy his safety before jury by giving it to the HOH. Jimmy, Morgan, and Mickey form the triple threat, and Amy and Rachel make an alliance called the Mom Squad. However, drama arose immediately, as Ashley took 2 hours to shower, but drove the house guest the wrong way as Vince was trying to take a shower to go to bed. This spreads like wildfire. Amy then tells Ashley that this is a problem, and then Ashley talks with Katherine, who made a joke about it. Kelley and Vince make a final 2, and then immediately after, Kelley asks Vince to put herself on the block, so people don't think they're working together. The house strong-arms Vince to nominate Ashley because of the showergate situation, despite Vince not wanting to nominate the OG 4 HOH competitors. However, Ashley didn't help herself by barging into the HOH room during one-on-ones. After Zach tells Amy about the Ashley situation going deeper than just house conversations, Amy goes to defend Ashley and cries to Vince. But this backfires as Vince sees Ashley and Amy as a duo. So he ends up nominating Zay, who was on the other side of the accomplice vote, Ashley and Amy. Follow from Big Brother 27 Day 6 Recap. The live feeds are up and running. Ashley, who is nominated for the whole Showergate controversy, wins the power of veto and uses it on herself. We don't know exactly what happened, but Keanu and Jimmy seemed to have conflict before the feeds went on. Keanu spent the day going around the house and trying to form a 10-person mega alliance. Keanu soft pushes for Jimmy to go up as replacement nominee. However, Jimmy is aggressive in getting Keanu up. A lot of the house guests notice Keanu overplaying and want him to be the replacement nominee, but some house guests like Rachel try to keep Keanu off the block as a shield. Kelley, who pushed to be nominated by Vince to make it seem like they weren't working together in the episode, also seems to overplay a lot and have strange game interaction, leading to many people also wanting her as replacement nominee, although she's fine with it because she thinks she'll stay. While we don't know what happened until Wednesday or Thursday if they're annoying, Jamie called out Keanu at the veto meeting. However, they made amends later. Currently, the threat order for the nominees is Kelley, who will go home if she doesn't win Blockbuster, Zay, because some people believe he's annoying, and Amy, who realistically is guaranteed safety. Additionally, you'll see on screen a few of the current alliances. Follow for more. Big Brother 27 Episode 3 Recap. Ashley confronts Vince over the backstab from the nomination. There's a few showman segments with Lauren and Zach and Katherine and Rylie. Adrian hates the washing machine. Keanu opens up to Rachel about his dad's cancer. Jimmy seemed to cool down on the anti-Rachel train. Jimmy and Zach form the heavy hitters alongside Rylie, Rachel, Morgan, and Vince, although Rachel doesn't seem to be too locked in. Ashley holds up the veto picks because of another shower. The veto players were Vince, Ashley, Amy, Rachel, Zay, and Zach. Ashley wins the power of veto. Just like last episode, Kelley is okay with going up as replacement nom to trick the house and thinking that Vince and her aren't working together. Jimmy still thinks he's in control of Vince's HOH and wants Keanu to go up. Keanu learns of this and tries to get Vince to put up Jimmy, but he thinks it's too risky. For a moment, it seems like Keanu and Jimmy make up. However, Keanu tells Ava that Jimmy's a snake, and Ava repeats this information to Jimmy, and this makes Jimmy furious as he plans to call Keanu out at the veto meeting. At the veto meeting, Ashley uses the power of veto on herself, and Jimmy does call out Keanu for being a snake and declares war on him in front of everyone. Follow for more. Everything you need to know before Big Brother 27 Episode 4. Vince, Will, Zach, Zay, and Rylie form the Burger Boys Alliance. Morgan is upset that Keanu called her a snake earlier. Kelley begins to realize that she's screwed, so she begins to pitch. Will manages to get into many different alliances. Amy, Morgan, Mickey, Ashley, and Rachel talk about evicting Zay, but Ashley and Amy are still adamant on evicting Kelley. Zay drops the Arsenal in a conversation with Keanu. In a conversation with Rachel, Amy, and Ashley, Kelley tells them that she never volunteered to go up, which is wrong. When those three begin to want to keep her, Kelley says she isn't making promises about their safety if she won HOH, even though her fate is realistically those people's hands. Zay said he used ChatGPT to learn how to play Big Brother. Rylie says some stalker level confessions to Katherine about him wanting to take her as far as possible, even ahead of him, and that Katherine has to deal with his feelings. Yeah, he actually said that. The threat order is similar to before, however the gap between Kelley and Zay is close right now. Zay's chances are also ruined by the fact that he decided to call out Rachel after Zay said that she would be his target as long as he's in the house and that she won't become the first two-time winner. If Kelley just stops talking, it's likely Zay will be evicted in a close vote. If she continues talking, she's going home if she doesn't win Blockbuster. Current swing votes include Katherine, Will, Ava, and Lauren. Follow for more. Big Brother 27 Episode 4 Recap. Keanu and Jimmy make up from the veto fallout in which Jimmy called out Keanu for being a snake. Zach, Will, Rylie, Vince, and Zay form the Burger Boys Alliance, and they all make themselves ingredients. Well, at least Zay did. Jimmy confronts Kelley over certain game comments as she gets worried about her chances. The mastermind goes around the house at night doing whatever he does. Zay messes up and tells Rachel that he's possibly gunning for her, which leads to an argument. In this argument, Zay tells basically the entire house that Rachel will not become the first two-time winner. Kelley wins the first ever BB Blockbuster. Julie gets caught asking the producers what the vote is, and by a vote of 9-5, Zay is the first person evicted in Big Brother 27. Follow for more.